Welcome to Kroll's 2-Minute Security Talks. My name is Matthew Dumpert, and today I'm going to discuss with you security implications connected to employment-related decisions and announcements such as downsizing, office closures, terminations, layoffs, furloughs, all these things that have implications on your employees' personal lives, their livelihoods, and the people that they care about. Kroll has been helping our clients through these types of issues for decades. The goal is always to create and foster a safe and secure environment for you to deliver the news, and an environment in which all people involved are protected. That includes your personnel that are delivering the potentially unsavory news, the employees receiving the news, and everybody associated. The key here is an acute focus on de-escalation. We want to keep the temperature down if it unexpectedly starts to rise. To help you through these times, we've come up with 5 key areas of focus to help maintain a safe and secure operating environment, albeit while delivering unsavory news that's going to affect the livelihoods of your employees and the people that they care about. Our first area of focus here is recognizing that this is not a siloed human resources issue. This issue involves equities from the executive committee to legal counsel, potentially outside employment counsel, your security director, chief security officer, or whoever within your organization fills the security role. It's important to have a multidisciplinary approach so that all of our bases are covered throughout the planning for these types of messages to our employees. For many of our clients who lack the internal or organic capabilities, Kroll provides that outsourced security director to weigh in instances like these. Focus area number 2 is on clear and concise messaging. We want to avoid rumor and we want to avoid misinterpretation. We want to make sure that our messaging to our employees is clear, concise, well thought out, and hits all of the necessary marks. Focus area number 3 is the physical security of all involved. We want to think about egress routes. We want to think about what happens if the temperature rises and our de-escalation techniques don't work. We want to talk about subconscious ways that we can manage crowd control. We want to think about different ways that we can facilitate movement of crowds and keep that situation from escalating outside of our control. Focus area number 4 should be on the types of personnel that we have safeguarding this event. We should be looking for personnel with specialized skills in de-escalation, in crowd control, and in group-style major event security. What we want to do is make sure the personnel that we have are professional, courteous, and recognize when they're needed and when they should be blending into the background. Focus area number 5 is on threat management. We should have in place a process by which we can receive, assess, investigate, and deal with threats as they present. And when I talk about threats and threat management, it's not necessarily large-scale acts of violence, but what we want to do is we want to pick up on potential threat actors before they're ready to act. We want to pick up on things when it's percolating versus when it's overflowing. With those 5 things in mind, we should also know and recognize and weave into our planning that different security preparedness is needed for large-scale events versus small-scale events. There's crowd control issues, there's egress issues, there's fire safety issues, there's all types of things we need to consider when delivering unfavorable, unsavory news to employees, whether they be in large audiences or small. What we didn't talk about yet is high-risk terminations. We'll talk about that at another time. But high-risk terminations are where we have identified potential red flag indicators of violence. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was informative, and I invite you to go to Kroll.com and visit the Security Risk Management website for more information.